Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the channel where Adam teaches you how to make cheapest chips food on a budget, because no one's got any money anymore. And today I'm going to show you how to make spicy pork meatball pasta. We're going to do like a fancy little kind of Persillade crumb thing on the top. It's going to be delicious. And crucially, it's going to cost, well, under a fiver. Under a fiver. I'm going to use some pork mince. Now I got this at a discount price. I paid £1.57. Look at that. Bargs. But even at full price, it's only £2.25, so that's actually quite a good deal. I've got bloody hair in my eye. It's not good. I've got some other bits and pieces down there, which I'm going to show you in a second. It's going to be top drawer. It's going to be ace, this. And before we get into this, do the usual thing. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. And also share this to your friends and family, and crucially, the people that are in need. The people that are struggling out there need recipes like this because it teaches them how to get the best out of what little they've got. So come on, get your face down here. Let's start this delicious pork meatball thing. Okay, so let's have a quick rundown of our ingredients. Star of the show is our pork mince. Again, I paid £1.57, but obviously factor in the cost if you're going to have to pay full price. A couple of cans of tomatoes. I've got peeled plum ones because there's no chop left because the shops are flipping empty. Got some garlic granules I'm going to add to that as well. Oregano. Got some fennel seeds and some chilli for that spice. Oh, is there much left in there? Oh, it's not quite enough in there. Hope I've got some more. Got one red pepper, got some garlic as well. You can use one of these red onions. Pasta, that was 59p for 500 grams. So going to use some oil as well. And I've got some breadcrumbs. Now a little tip for you, okay? Any stale bread you've got lying around, you've got the dobby end on the flipping loaf, or you've left a couple of bread rolls out overnight, as long as they're not mouldy, don't chuck them away. Stick them in your blender, whiz them up into breadcrumbs, and then whack it in your freezer. And you can use these from the freezer straight away. You don't need to defrost them or anything like that. And you can use those to bread your fish, your chicken, whatever, but we're going to use these in our pork mince, and I'll show you why in a minute. Crucial step. So here's all our stuff. Let's get cooking. Start. Oh, sorry, parsley as well. Okay, right, first things first, meatballs. Okay, so we're going to get our pork mince out of its packet. I see you're hovering. It's pork mince, bud. I don't think this is really good for cats, mate. I'm sorry. Get it into the bowl. Make sure you move the little meat nappy thing. Don't want that. And then to the pork, we're going to add our seasonings. Going to go with a bit of salt. Here it goes. We'll add some pepper. Let's get some more actually. Flipping running out. Got some dried oregano. Take the stupid lid off. It's quite a strong herb, so I'm going to go in with about a teaspoon. Again, about a teaspoon of garlic powder. You can use fresh if you want. I've got fresh, but I've kind of got this lying around, so I might as well use it. Use as much or as little as you like. There's about a teaspoon in there again. And also I'm going to add some fennel seeds. I discovered these a few years ago, and I just got an amazing flavour, a nice aniseedy kind of flavour. And they go excellent with pork. Any kind of roast pork, dishes like this, fennel seeds are your boy. They are quite potent, so again, use sparingly. And when you bite into the meatball, you'll kind of chew into one of those fennel seeds and it'll give you a nice flavourful hit. And if you're not into that, you can kind of grind them down and add them as a powder. Got some chilli as well, but not very much. So I'm going to go in with what I've got left of the chilli flakes. That's done. And I've got some cayenne pepper, which is going to make up the difference. Again, make it as hot as you like or as mild as you like. Cayenne is a flipping beast. Treat it with respect. It will blow your head off if you're not careful. So I'd say about half a teaspoon of that. Now remember the breadcrumbs from earlier. I'm going to add some of these to the mix as well. And it's a bit of a myth, right? You know, when you get like sausages, people say, oh, they add breadcrumbs to bulk it out. It's not the case at all. The reason we add breadcrumbs is it helps retain the moisture. They absorb the fat in the meat, which helps keep them juicy. Say about 50 grams worth. And all you want to do is get your hand in there and give it a good old mix. Make sure everything's combined, all the seasoning is mixed thoroughly through the pork. Now before we form these into meatballs, what we're going to do is I'm going to pinch a bit off and fry it. Fry it off, cook it off, taste it, and then if you need like more salt, more fennel seeds, a bit more cayenne, you can add it in. So I'm going to pinch off a little piece, like that. Make a little patty, and then fry it off. Right, so I've fried off a little piece here. Let's kind of taste it for seasoning. That's going to be really flipping hot, isn't it? A fork. Let's try it. Oh, come on. No. Might chuck just a couple of more fennel seeds in there. That'll do. It's what cooking's about, guys. Tailor it to your likes. I need a bit more salt for sure. And I may even put in a bit more cayenne. Not much because it is quite hot. Don't know, I'm feeling spicy today. Another half teaspoon. And you know that once you've mixed that in, you've got a perfectly seasoned meatball to your liking. Because everyone's got different tastes. People like less salt, people like more salt, less chilli, more chilli. Heck, you might not even like fennel seeds. If you don't, leave them out, put something else in. But we need to turn this car accident into some meatballs. And to turn them into meatballs, it's simple, isn't it? You're just going to kind of roll them into, well, balls. So I'm going to take some of the mix. But what I've got here is a little kind of dish of water. Just kind of dip your fingers in there. Just kind of helps the meatball not stick to your hands so much. Okay. Then I'm just going to roll it into a meatball. Little diddy ones like that. I'm not going to make them massive, because if you make them massive, they're going to take longer to cook, and which equals more energy usage. So nice little diddy ones like that. Isn't it cute? Onto the plate, and I'm going to make the rest. Okay, so there's all the meatballs, all nicely formed. They can sit to one side whilst we get on and do the next thing, which is to char our pepper. Now this next step, you don't have to do this. You can just peel the pepper, chop it up, add it to the dish. But I want like a nice sort of smoky, charred, barbecuey vibe. And it's really simple to do, he says. Work! Back in God, man. Let's get your gas on, take your pepper, plonk it on. If you haven't got a gas hob, you can do it in the oven, just kind of roast it off. Or you can buy these in a jar already done. But obviously bear in mind, they're going to be more expensive. So the cost of using the gas versus buying jarred, I don't know, it probably kind of equals itself out. I think I saw a jar of charred peppers in Lidl for about 95p. Well, that was like 40 odd p, so pays your money, takes your choice, do what you want. And all I'm going to do is just spend a couple of minutes just charring this pepper all the way on the outside till it's black, until it resembles the colour of Boris Johnson's heart. Shut up, Adam. Keep it moving, keep it turning, and when it's black all over, we're ready to rock and roll. See you in a sec. Okay, so once your pepper looks like this, you might think, what have you done, Adam? You completely obliterated it. No, I haven't. It's what's underneath that counts. So I've waited for it to cool down. Don't try and handle this when it's hot because you'll burn your fingers. Once it's cool, all we're going to do is just kind of take off some of that charred stuff. Don't rinse this under the tap, whatever you do, because you'll rinse off all the flavour. Okay, and you don't have to get off every single little bit. Okay, just the worst of it. And it's easy, isn't it? Just like you would do a normal pepper, I'm going to take out that core, get rid of all the seeds and all the gubbins, you don't want that, and then just simply dice it up. Cut into strips. You could also get a similar effect by using just smoked paprika. So again, if you want to cut your energy costs, just use like a couple of teaspoons of nice sort of smoked paprika. And I'm going to take a red onion, slice that in half, save one half. We're going to use that for our kind of crummy, crispy topping-y thing. And the other half, just usual drill, we're just going to dice it up. You don't need to watch me do that because, again, it's boring. Okay, so now what we need to do is flipping sort out this temperamental hob. There we go. Pan onto a nice heat. Add some olive oil. You can use veg oil if you haven't got olive oil. I just happen to have it. And then in with our meatballs. In you go, little fellas. Using Tina here, we're going to get some nice colour on these. And colour equals flavour, as we know. So I'm going to spend a good few minutes getting these nice and golden brown. Golden brown, texture like sun. There we go, so our meatballs have got a nice bit of colour. Now I'm going to add our onions and pepper. In they go. And I've turned the heat down kind of nice and low as well because we don't want to burn the onions and peppers. Okay, just give that a good old mix. And just on a low heat, you know, just spend about 5 or 10 minutes softening those onions. And you can see like the juice that's coming out of the onions picking up that fond, those all important khaki bits on the bottom of the pan. So after a few minutes we're going to add our tomatoes. Oh, in they go. Again, I'm using plum whole tomatoes because the shop ran out of chopped. Doesn't matter, these are going to be fine. Touch of salt, twist of black pep, and I've just got one of the cans, filled it with a little bit of water, not much, not that much. Add that to the dish, smoosh it around, you know the drill. And I'm going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery here because I need to move this. You go over here, you come over here, you can go off for a minute. It's what you have to do when you've got a small hob. That can go over there, that can go on the heat. Stick a lid on that mother and bring it to a simmer. We're going to cook that with the lid on for about 30 to 40 minutes. Till the tomatoes are broken down, it's gone nice and jammy, nice and soft. All the flavours have kind of amalgamated and made a nice rich sauce. And about 10 minutes before it's done, we'll cook the pasta and we'll also make our like crispy kind of herby garlicky topping. Say hello to Moggs. Yeah, there's a boy in it. Go on then. See you in a bit. Okay, so what I've done now, we're about 15-20 minutes away from our meatball kind of sauce being done. And I've just taken the lid off, just to kind of reduce that sauce a bit. What I'm going to do now is get the water on for our pasta. I'm going to add a generous amount of salt. And what I'm going to make now is what they call a Persillade. It's just basically like chopped up onion, garlic and parsley. You can use other herbs as well. So I'm going to get a nice, generous bunch of parsley. Take off all the kind of woody stalks. Got one fat garlic clove. You can use 2 smaller ones if you like. Get that peeled. Just take the garlic and just kind of roughly chop it. I'm going to take about half of this red onion, get it peeled, and then just kind of roughly dice it. So we're going to use about half of this, it'll be plenty. Okay, basically what we're going to do is kind of bring this all together and just kind of chop the out of it. It's the best way I can describe it. We just basically want to make this into like a fine paste almost, where everything's kind of mixed together, nice and finely minced. So just keep working at it. You can add a small pinch of salt, that will help kind of break things down a bit. And this is like completely optional, you don't have to add this in. You can just add a bit of fresh parsley to the finished dish and have done with it. But I'm just feeling a bit extra today. So there we go, look. Spent some time chopping it up nice and fine. Quick splash of lemon juice, a bit hard doing this with flipping one end. Bottled lemon juice, absolutely fine. Again, about sort of half a teaspoon. And again, this is completely optional, but what this does is it adds a nice fresh hit to our kind of rich, meaty sort of meatball sauce. Water's boiling, so let's go in with our pasta. In it goes. Frying pan here. You can see I've got no bloody room. That's what happens. That's what happens. Okay, we will make do. We'll make do. Just kind of inch this across a bit. There we go. You go over there. You can fit on. Touch of olive oil. Meatball dish is done. That can be switched off. Don't waste any gas. You can finish cooking in the residual heat. That's absolutely fine. That's perfect. It's nice and rich, nice and thick. Get this pan onto a heat, and then using some of our breadcrumbs from earlier, again about the same amount, about 50 grams. Oh, you don't need to be precise. Whack them in there like that. And again, what's left, I'm going to stick in the freezer. Use them for something else. Do not waste them. And this is what I'm trying to show you. Something that you would ordinarily throw away, we can turn it into something else. And all we're going to do is just toast these up, get them nice and golden brown. And that's going to be our topping. But to make these nice and crispy, it's going to take no time at all, like a couple of minutes. After a couple of minutes, got our lovely nutty brown toasted breadcrumb thingies. In with our Persillade. Again, just give that a good old shufty around. Mix that all together. It will start to smell really fragrant, nice and garlicky, and just, well, nice. Okay, so that's our crispy breadcrumb kind of toppity stuff. So the pasta's going to finish cooking. We're ready to assemble. Easy, easy stuff. So everything's cooked now. Meatball sauce is done. Pasta's cooked. And we're just going to add the pasta to the sauce. In it goes. And I'm going to use my plastic tongs so I don't scratch the dish. Just mix it through. Make sure everything's covered. That pasta is fully absorbed in that sauce. Every little nook and cranny. I'm just going to add a touch of the pasta water. There we go. Just to loosen up a little bit. And then finally our crispy herby crumb mix. Got a bit left over, you can sprinkle some extra on your dish if you want. Easy stuff. So I've got myself a portion. Let's tuck in. It smells absolutely delightful, to be fair. It's not too saucy, you know. I think some of these pasta sauces can have too much in the way of sauce. Let's go in. It's all about those fennel seeds. For me, the fennel just complements that pork so well. And also that nice hot hit from that crispy herby crumb, the Persillade. That is delightful. Just the right amount of spice, just the right amount of sauciness. It's another winner. It's another winner. So there we have it. My spicy pork meatball pasta, cheap as chips. Easily comes in under a £5. And that'll feed a family of 4, no problem. 2 adults, 2 kids, easy. Stretch it to 5 with some garlic bread. I've said it before, cheap doesn't mean crap. But I'm gonna have to go because like my battery light's blinking like mad. It's on the red, it's gonna cut off any second. So if you enjoyed it, please stick a like down below. Oh, a bit of pasta stuck. Leave a comment as well and share this to your friends and family and also the people that are in need, because we really need to help each other through this because no one else has got our bloody back, are there? But I'm going to go because the camera's going to shut off like any second. So I'll see your gorgeous faces in the next video and ta-ta for now. Oh, missed it.